Check. Check. 1, 2, 3. Check. Check. All right. Let's just start and check.
Hey Tyler,
Check.
what's number 17's last name?
Test. Check. Check. Check.
Love that.
Check.
Oh, yeah.
Check. Check.
And there's number 17.
All right. I believe this is working. I
Be
will.
sure to mention that. Big
I'll,
asterisk on this result here, folks.
can somebody go onto their iPhone and check this on YouTube? Make sure that the is it streaming? Can you hear anything? Do you think they ever start too soon for like ABC Sports on Monday Night Football? They don't start until Monday Night Football says it's time to go, right? The TV has control of that.
No.
All right, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to move everything up here. First timeout. We're gonna move this whole thing in mass. All right.
Players
Are you serious?
are right. Damn. Is she actually hurt, or is she just her hand is just still weird? She certainly. I mean, she could be. Oh, she could be hurt after this weekend. Felt good. After the first, like after half of Saturday, I felt good. Once we actually started playing sevens, like big field fours. It's hard. Man, yeah, I liked it. first turn happen?
That was embarrassing. No. What happened on that?
I didn't. Michael, can you see how the first turn happened?
All right, sit on down. Put your headphones on. Somebody did do a sound check. Make sure that we are actually can be heard on the. My phone's in my car, unfortunately.
Sound check. Sound check.
All right, hang on. Let me.
Hello. Interesting. Can you hear Charles? Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Do you do a check too? Somebody's got their mute on. Make sure you've got solid red on your.
I've got solid red.
Okay. Checks here.
Offside.
I'm hoping State wins this game really quickly, so I have a little bit of time to get things set up before the next game.
Oh, Meg. Oh.
All right. All right. Give me a check, right?
Right now? Sound check? Sound check?
Okay. And you too, Saul.
Yep. This is the sound check for Saul.
Okay, and check for me. Okay. All right. I think we got sound. All right. State scored.
Give me a 3-2-1 there, Charles.
3, 2, 1.
All right. At the risk of speaking into empty space, welcome. This is a UNC versus NC State mid-season showcase game at Lively Method Field at NC State University. My name is Saul Yannick,
My name's Maddie Thompson.
and we will be doing the commentary for you today. We have a 2-1 Carolina lead after 2 quick breaks for UNC, and then a smooth hold for NC State.
Technically, I think everything's going okay. I think.
We got senior Emma Bartlett on the pull for Yeaga here. This is Florence Brooks centering it to Bridget Meisner. Easy under to Ellie Youngst. Continuation to Ann Worth. And that's 3/4 of the field already for the UNC offense. Here's Meisner again. Give and go. Brooks with a big swing to Meg Van Horn. There's Worth. Good switch from the NC State defense. And a good mark. Takes away the break side option to Worth.
Man, the stall count's got to be high as could be there.
Stall
That's-
called there.
That seemed like stall 12.
No
So good.
contest.
Yep, no contest there. Good defense. There's Rowan James, first touch of the stream. Big backhand hook, denied by the recently mended right hand of Anworth. Looked like Jen Wang looking for the big shot down the break side lane. A lot of apprehensive UNC fans maybe not happy with that decision there from Worth, but gets the disc back. Good away shot from Meisner, finds freshman Caroline Spencer. And she cashes it into, looks like Meg Van Horn.
Yeah.
Actually, Caroline's a sophomore, first year on the team.
Okay, one of the things we can do here is we're going to determine what is the play of the game. All right, so as the game goes through here, I can take up to 6 different play of the games, and I can sort of put those aside, and then we can go and play them all at one time at the end of the game.
Great.
And decide what is the play of the game.
Maddie, you want to give the folks back home a rundown on your history with these two programs?
Yeah. So, first time I ever touched a disc
heard
was
anything yet.
with NC State Jaega back in 2013. Spent 4 years with them, watched the team grow from playing Savage all year my freshman year to losing in the game to go to Nationals my senior year. So it was a wild ride. Got to see things grow, see the program take it to Nationals the next year, and another rebuilding here for them, but hoping to see a strong spring.
Yep. Do you have any sense of how they did at the recent tournament in Virginia?
Sounded like they did really well against the zone. Played some smooth offense there.
Nice. Looks like Connie Sway on the pull for Carolina. Centering up to Worthington. Immediate look to Kabrilovich. Got Sway in the lane. Back to Allison Church. Back to Kabrilovich. Driving breakthrough to Worthington. Deep shot going up. And there is Rowan Janes on the other end of it. Best O point from state so far. Saw some really good play from Ellie Kabrilovich there. Good young thrower. Good young player with powerful throws. One of the many products of the local youth scene in this game. Driving breakthrough to Worthington. Deep shot going up. And there is Rowan Janes on the other end of it. Best O point from state so far. Saw some really good play from Ellie Kabrilovich there. Brooks again centers to Meisner. Again, the same initiation look. Young's powers for the under on Bartlett. Worth works free in space. Big lefty backhand up the line from Anworth. Bridget Meisner.
Nice.
And another Carolina hold. That much maligned Anworth lefty backhand that she's been crafting for the last couple months with her broken hand. I think this is the first competitive action that we've seen from Ann this spring season. Interesting to see how they work her back in.
So give me a rundown on that. Ann broke her right hand. She's
That's
right-handed. And how long ago did she break it?
2 months maybe? Maybe 2 months?
2 months. And has she been playing left-handed the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Maybe not playing at full capacity left-handed, but
But she's been practicing.
I know that she's been working on it, polishing the new rules in play. Here's Bartlett fielding the pull up to Ellie Kabrilovic. Play. They've got Wang underneath. They've got Janes going away. And there's Sway with a D on the reset. Back to Teresa Yu. Barnett underneath. Shikuski on away. Instead looks to the reset. Power cut from Sway, and now swings it back to Barnett. Marked by Janes. Bartlett with good pressure on the reset. Sway with a nice inside. Oh, it looked like Teresa Yu may have snagged it on the second effort, but just lost it on ground contact there, unfortunately. Kabrilovic sends it to Allison Church. Nice throw right in stride. Looks like a horizontal initiation from UNC. Sway, Barnett. Has Monroe going away. Back to you. Barnett. Power position for Teresa Yu. Good matchup there between Widman and Monroe downfield. UNC possessing, but not able to go forward. Good switch on the reset. Sway looking for a deep cut.
And
She's
she
got a
gets
receiver,
it.
sends it. Just a little too far in front.
Ellie to Bartlett.
Bartlett to Church. Looking for Janes, but the mark takes it away. High one to Kabrilovic, but she's uncontested. Easy swing to Bartlett. Wang. Continuation for Janes. Has Church in the lane. Big backhand and completely canceled by Barnett on the mark. Sway launches a flick for Teresa Yu. A great edge from Connie Sway. Teresa Yu in the end zone all alone. Third break of the game for UNC, 5-2.
How did Ann break her hand? Was he playing frisbee?
No idea how Ann broke her hand. Sway launches a flick for Teresa Yu. A great edge from Connie Sway. Teresa Yu in the end zone all alone. Impressive freshman Anna Tortorici is not playing tonight for NC State. UNC has a slew of injured players tonight, including Don Colton and Tyler Smith, in addition to many others. But they're a faceless army. Next person up, and all of those other things. There's Bridget Meisner on the pull.
Meisner.
And a dropped pull, unfortunately. Meisner immediately punches it into Ann Worth. 6-2.
fire for UNC.
Mm-hmm. I've got him. Would you believe me if I told you that keeping this thing running and adding stuff to it is just insanely complicated at this point? Insanely complicated. I mean, it's getting there, but goodness gracious. Oh, it's going to be cold by the end of this men's game. Oh my goodness. Saul, did you bring any hot chocolate? Any coffee?
No, that's your job, man.
What's that?
That's your job.
Okay, so we're playing to 13.
Okay.
So halftime at 7. So this is for half.
Here's Connie Sway on the pole. Deep point for half for UNC. Vert stack from NC State. Initiation to Wang. Marked by you. Worthington can't quite get to the reset. Shakuski on the defense there. UNC sidelines excited about it. Sway. Free yards to Barnett. Sway wins the open side. Right on the goal line. Away shot to you, just can't quite get there. The wind picks up just a bit, pushes that edge down. 70 to go for NC State.
Unfortunately, I don't think I got the highlight, or I didn't identify it. But I mean, so far the play of the game in my book would be Enworth's left-handed backhand down the line, right?
I don't know. I would maybe take the hand block over that.
Oh, the hand block was pretty good too. Yeah.
Just off the fingers of Rowan Janes. Barnett with a nice touch up line to Sway. One more pass to go for Carolina. Barnett finds a way up the line.
And that's for
on a
half.
double move.
So that
Looks like that's half.
Okay. Yeah. Let's 10-minute break. Let me try to get a couple things working here, and I will see you all back in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Mitch, coming for your halftime interview? Mitch, how close are you to 1,000 games?
What was that?
How close are you to 1,000 games?
I still have over 100.
Oh,
Mid 800s right
how
now.
many do you do in like an individual college season?
A college season?
Like 50, 60?
Yeah, like in my busiest year, I'll probably do 65 college games, but I'm not
So
going to be
that's
doing
like
that for a
10
while.
tournaments?
No, not that many tournaments. I'll do 10 tournaments in a year, but that's kind of club too.
Gotcha.
So
So you're
the
average.
most I've ever done in 1 year is like 114, over 14 events.
Wow.
That was back when I was completely single and not dating anyone. So
Sick. Do observers get like compensated at all? In any real way?
most events I get paid like $20 a game.
Huge. You're a
but-
semi-pro.
For like nationals, you don't. You get like a flight and a car and a room. So,
Sick.
and So it's one of those things that it sucks that like you put in so much work for college nationals and you don't get any profit
Yeah.
in terms of.
And
When
you
you
have
look at the
kids.
Observer budget, it's like 16 grand. So it's like, like the budget, the tournaments where there actually is a budget and observers are getting paid,
Yeah.
their budget's like $2,000. So like college nationals has a huge observer budget, way
Yeah.
more than any other tournament.
Yeah.
But it's just because there's so many and there's flights.
Right. Yeah, you don't get paid anything, and then you have a bunch of kids going through the most emotionally turbulent day of their year, getting mad at you.
That's what I tell everybody. All the observers. I'm like, when college kids come yelling at you, just tell them like, stay calm and just tell them take a breath.
Yeah.
Because understand, like, this is their season, and for
Yeah.
the seniors or fifth years, like, it's their college career. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. So it's like, if they're not coming at you yelling, they don't care,
Right.
and they have no business being there.
Nick Vogt told me a story about the Texas game last year. How Matt Armour went up to him and he was like, "I just want to say, ball don't lie." And then, yeah, I think you were
Because
involved in a call there.
Nick and this guy have been going at it the whole time. Because Nick called him for a push off.
Yeah. Oh, he told me the whole story.
Yeah, and he was like just so the guy was talking trash to him the whole time, and then Texas just collapsed. I just went up after the game. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
just don't lie.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me. And
I was pretty
smiled.
excited about that result.
Yeah.
No significant love for the Hodags myself, but Texas just rubs me the wrong way. Especially Matt Armour.
Texas had an interesting nationals from an observer who worked 4 of their games, I think.
Wow.
Like they had an interesting. I mean, they're up by 10 points, and the guy's calling travel because the player's foot was like 6 inches off the sideline when he came back in. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's travel. I'll uphold it. But
Yeah.
really, you're calling that?
Yeah.
You're up by 10.
I once lit up a UConn dude because I like caught a dig cut on the sideline and like ran out the sideline and came back in and put my foot on the sideline and tapped it in and threw it, and he called it travel. And I was like, "Why are you calling it travel?" And he was like, "Well, your foot was out of bounds. You have to put it like back in play." And I was like, "No. If my foot was off the line, that would be a travel."
See, that it's so frustrating. I asked them to like, because technically you're supposed to put your foot on the playing field proper, or now the
Right.
central zone, closest to where it went out, and,
Right.
and the line is out.
Yeah.
But there's also like a line in the rules where it says, like, put your foot on the line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, which is it? And,
Right.
and I told them, like, you need to make it consistent for the
Yeah.
next edition of the rules.
Right.
And they didn't.
Oh, I got so heated with that guy. It was like
You're really calling a travel with
Saturday
this much.
afternoon of Easterns.
Yeah.
Just like, dude, I beat you up line. Get over it. You ever think about observing warm up, Mitch?
Oh, I would love to. They never want to pay people to go down there.
Oh, super fair. It's the wild West down there.
My favorite was the year that AC Regionals, I guess, yeah, it was AC Regionals back when Florida was in the AC. They had regionals in Florida.
Was that
And
like
it was
the
like-
year like State had Brett, Florida had
yeah.
Brody, and
Yeah. No, Brody was gone.
Oh,
It was
okay.
the year after that, so State still had Brett.
got it.
But they contacted me on Wednesday, the week of regionals, and say, any way you can observe
Right.
regionals, like hop in a car somewhere, and I'm like, I will observe regionals if you fly me down there.
Yeah.
And I never even got a reply. Like, really?
Hell no, I'm not fucking driving.
Oh, it was like
to
20. When was that? Like 14 or 15.
What would have been 2000?
It was early teens.
If it was the year after Brody, it would have been 2011.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah, it was early.
My phone's going
Yeah,
off.
it was just-
I know this story.
It was like Tallahassee. It was a long ass drive.
Somebody must have knew it was going to rain that day.
It was just frustrating.
Not aware that it was going to rain.
Yeah, I know. There was no phone.
Nut. I once watched the regional final from Nut's 5th year in 2015 when he and Charlie Leanne were going after it.
I remember
You
that. I
carded
worked that
both
game.
of them. That was funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see Charlie.
Well, I don't like it very much. I've coached guys in Wilmington and Washington that are doing a lot of things that I like to teach them to do, and then Charlie was yelling at us to not do these things. It's like, why would Kiko guard hit him tight when he's standing over there on the side and instead?
Yeah.
Right?
He's double teamed by the sideline.
Right.
2009 was my. I did it in 2002 and 3 before there was an official program, and then I got certified in 09 and did that year and every year since.
You served 2013.
Yes.
Legendary. The sloth.
Yeah, they were.
Iconic.
That was the one where they were at the stadium, and yeah, because the field behind the stadium was an absolute blood.
Yeah.
That's the hardest rating game I've ever
Yes.
served in.
Matt and Snell talked about their pit game when they just started running the coons, which was an impromptu four-man cup with Snell, Mudd, and Charlie Schaff. That was the strategy.
Yeah.
How much rain is going to put us out of business here, Charlie?
It won't take much.
We can also trade positions if you want.
I'm right behind you, bro. So the guy that was supposed to win the game tonight called me 5 o'clock. Hey, can you come for me tonight? And I know it's because he knew it was going to race. You serious? You got any steaks?
Jesse Hamilton.
You got it, buddy? Yeah, she wants back. She wants back.
No, Charles. Here.
All right. Does anybody know what is the what's the weather forecast for the rest of the evening here?
It's
What's the cold? I know that.
There's just a 50% chance.
Okay. And what just scored there, UNC. And so that's 8-2.
8-2. This is what it is at 7.
Okay, I'm not doing that. That will be. I'm not getting paid anything. I'm not going to destroy my equipment for this. Let's see how that goes. All right. I don't think that camera. I don't think there's enough wind, and that camera's not very high. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to fall over. But let's definitely be looking at it. Ooh. Yeah, but as long as the tent doesn't blow away.
You can do it from long distance.
All right. You guys are pros.
I am back.
And we're back.
All right, looks like we are at 8-3, is that right?
Believe so.
8-3 UNC. After a bit of goal line stand from NC State there. We've had a couple successful offensive points culminating with Ellie Kabrilovich throwing it deep to Rowan Janes. So that looks like it's part of the plan for Jaega there on offense. Maddie, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it looks like it's working out pretty well for him. See if they can keep this flow going though.
Maddie, you want to provide
A break here would
insight
be
on
really
the,
sweet.
the background for senior captain Rowan Janes here?
Yeah, so it's been fun watching her grow over the last 4 years, coming out as a freshman, just trying to talk her into staying on the team. She's really strong defensively and has really grown as a handler as well.
Got Ellie Youngs with the disc, and she's going to cash it in to Bridget Meisner on the goal line. There we see a good example of something that UNC opponents are going to have to deal with all season, which is the blistering open side speed of Bridget Meisner, Ann Worth, and Ellie Youngst.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be done about that, but you're going to have to account for it every every goal point you play against UNC because they will just take that open side space all the way up the field if you give it to them. Got Ellie Youngs with the disc, and she's going to cash it into Bridget Meisner on the goal line.
Pull goes up from Shui.
Here's Janes, fields it to Kabrilovic, snags it with the left hand. Big deep cut from Janes. Free fill cut to Church. Good play design. Church has Janes available on the continue. And just out of bounds on the layout from Janes. Here's Connie Sway. Janes occupying the open side lane just a bit. Swing over to Teresa Yu. All the way to Barnett, but just too low from the freshman, and State's got 10 yards to go with Kabrilovic running to the disc. Swings to Worthington. Has an open cutter, and she delivers the throw, but just out of the hands of her receiver. 20 or 70. 70, the field is 70 yards long, Maddie. And UNC has to
Really
go all
so.
70 to score here. Power cut from Monroe for you, but instead she finds the upline to Sway. Monroe pumps Barnett. Back to Sway. Continue to Zwazerski, or however we're going to pronounce Jay-Z's last name. Third chance for State here.
The camera's wrapped in plastic right now, and I don't think that's making it a little jerky as I'm driving it around
Church.
because of the rain.
Widman. Marked by Barnett. Widman just a little high on the throw to the under, just off the fingertips of her receiver. Again for Sway. Janes peels off her matchup. Good read of the play. They were going to have a free under to Barnett, but Rowan Janes jumps the lane.
Finds Woodman.
Second huge bit of the game
Nice
from Rowan,
try.
but loses it on ground contact, unfortunately. Barnett. 40 yards to go. Power position for Sway. Church close on the D. Lefty backhand to Sway. Continues. Fallon. Teresa Yu. Barnett just a little high for Barnett, and Widman picks it up. First grinding point of the game here. Janes has it with the full field to go. Allison Church. Monroe defends the up line from Janes. The swing goes to Widman. And again to Kabrilovic, but just too far there. You. Sway. Back to you. Again to the open side for Sway. You. Up to Jay-Z. Good inside to you. And Jane stops in front of that open side throw to Monroe. And immediate D back the other way for Teresa Yu. UNC going to get into their end zone set here. Swing goes to you, marked by Kabrilovic. Nice in rhythm inside forehand.
Back across the field with a quick give and go there.
Sway wins that open side space again. She gets her body in the way. Tough for her defender to regain position there. Give and go action here. Not in for Teresa Yu. Back to Sway. And she finally punches it in.
All right, I've got 10-3, right?
10-3 I think is right.
Yeah.
That was Selena Kleber on the goal. Listed as number 12 in your program, but wearing number 8 this evening. Apologies to Selena for not identifying her until now. Timeout State. Maddie, any notable games in your memory between these two teams in the past or in Jaeger history that you want the viewership to hear about?
I feel like it's been forever since I was in the college scene, but last year had a couple matchups for sure, and the year before really. I think UNC had a little bit of a rebuilding year themselves, and Jaeger was on the up and up, and it's kind of gone back and forth a little bit since then. I think tonight Jaeger's gonna have to really be a little more authoritative on their defense if they want to stay in this.
Definitely a lot of UNC handlers sort of taking that open side space without a ton of resistance. But you know, they've also done a good job making that break side continuation look pretty dangerous, and so you got to pick the poison as a defense there. Just pulling up the formal USAU rankings. It looks like the AC is slotted for three bids. 3 bids at the moment.
Which is huge,
weekend.
coming out of just the one from last year.
Oh yeah. So we got UNC at number 1 right now. We've got UVA at number 11, and we have South Carolina at number 15. Who's to say if those will stand and if those informal rankings are gonna completely line up with the eventual USAU rankings? But multiple bids in the AC would be good news for anyone not named North Carolina. And you know, after last year's semifinal scare at regional, I'm sure Pleiades would be happy for some breathing room as well. Nice pull coverage from Ella Youngs there. Unfortunately doesn't get the mark on. Got Wang. Around to Janes. Swings to Widman in the middle. Open side look to Bartlett. To Wang. Another under. Big backhand going towards Janes. And she reads it better. Right on the goal line. Round backhand into Vandenberg, but unfortunately can't complete the catch. Strong offensive unit here from UNC. Young swings the under on Janes. Pumps Rao, instead goes up to Davis. Good cut from Rao again, but the offense goes the other way. Meisner, Brooks. Has Worth, hangs the throw, just out of bounds. Bartlett.
Swing to Worthington.
Marked by Brooks. Janes with 25 to go. Bartlett marked by Worth. Works for the open side. Blown switch there. Widman Continuation just too far for Vandenberg, looking for the end zone there. Good help defense there from State. Smokes out the set play, but Worth works free of her defender anyway. Here's Sonia Rao. Back to Worth. Working with two backhands tonight, it looks like. Brooks, free one to the middle for Worth. And back to Brooks. Carolina offense stagnating a bit. Free swing to Worth. Youngst offers. Finds a 7 cut from Worth's lefty backhand. Meisner. Looking for space in the middle, but instead we go back to Worth. And a give and go with Youngst. Good switch from NC State, but Carolina works their way through it. Break side look to Evans. Widman in there to pressure, and the disc goes back to NC State. Looks like State's having some success just putting defenders in the lane, asking UNC to be patient. But Youngst immediately earns the disc back for Carolina's offense. Meisner works free up line. 1 yard to go. Janes takes away that front cone space. Swing goes to Youngst. Meisner intelligently cutting for her lefty thrower. Just a jab to the backfield and a free left-handed pop from Youngst for the goal to Bridget Meisner.
11-3 UNC.
11-3. You know, we saw these two teams face off in a indoors location.
A warmer inside.
Warmer for sure. Definitely more inside. That ended up, I think, 11-1 in favor of UNC. So tonight's been similar but different. We've had more of a contribution from Ellie Kabrilovic tonight, who was hurt last time. Generally, I feel like NC State's been able to put together pretty solid possessions, but that finishing touch hasn't always been there.
Forced a lot more throws that last point.
Yep.
I think
Defensively,
they're
they
starting
had
to
more
figure it
success
out.
last way that sure. Front cone space. Swing goes to Youngst. Meisner intelligently cutting for her lefty thrower. Just a jab to the backfield and a free.
The whole Jinx Camp stuff, it's just insanely complicated at this point. Insanely complicated.
Jane centers to Church. First stack from State. They initiate to Wang again. Looks like a flood play. They got Widman out in big space.
Oh.
Throw just a bit behind Widman. We've seen a lot of drops like that tonight, and I think it's just a result of cold hands and a dry disc. Monroe. Continuation. Kleber. Has Monroe free, but Jane's tightening back up. Carolina offense getting a little deep here. Monroe has you in front of her. Goes back to Kleber. Give and go. Monroe. Fallon. Sway going up line, but D'd by
big D
Widman.
from Widman.
A nice D from Alice Widman. And go. Monroe. Fallon. Sway going up line, but D'd by
big D
Widman.
from Widman.
A nice D from Wang.
Vines Church.
Church up line to Rowan Janes. Has a look down the backhand
Big
sideline.
backhand, just a little too far.
Yep. A player like Rowan, she definitely loves her backhand, and when she's bottled up throwing flicks the whole game, when she gets a look at it, you know she's trying to rip it.
Beautiful catch by Rowan, too, there.
Once again, looks like Janes has been peeling off her clearing matchup to try to disrupt the set play. This time UNC does a good job countering and going the other way. Picked up some yardage to Cleaver. Cutter's trailing. Reset throw a little too low for Monroe.
Janes picks up another big
Launches
backhand.
another backhand. This one in the zip code of Widman, but a lot of converging UNC defenders. Just slight misread. You gotta, credit UNC. They're up big, but still making, simple effort plays like that are good habits to be developing in a, still a relatively process-oriented game like today.
That's for sure.
Foul on the open side. Upline to Szykuski. Looks for Teresa Yu, but can't find her. Good defense on the open side. Sway finally denied that open side upline. Sway works for the disc again. Breaks side Sway with an inside flick up to Szykuski, and the Carolina sideline goes wild for that rookie.
She really took ownership at that point.
Huh?
She really took ownership at that
Oh,
point.
yeah,
working
for
up the
sure.
field.
And that's, the kind of excitement you see from coaches and leaders when you finally see the rookie starting to run the patterns with success.
Absolutely.
I think we're at 12-3.
Yeah. 12-3.
Match point.
UNC.
Dab. Check your whiff-diff signals, folks. No team wants to have injuries, especially to their best players, but one thing that gives you the opportunity to do is work in all of your younger players into, more touches and more playing time, and there's no amount of, guilt that you're benching your good players just for PT for your young folks. So,
Especially at this point in the season,
Absolutely.
too. Building those fundamentals, it's prime opportunity for them.
One young player who's been getting a whole lot of PT tonight is Teresa Yu, who launches that pull. Bartlett. Open side to Janes. We've got Carolina defenders fronting in the lane. Good D from Rao in the reset, but Janes works free on Spencer. Open side to Church, marked by Yu. Church sends a backhand down the line for Bartlett. And Bartlett makes the catch inbounds under heavy pressure from Kleber. Finally, we see Church taking one of those deep shots. She's been working really hard in the lane, but has kept it in the holster most of the evening. But Bartlett makes her look good with that catch on the goal line.
Fun to watch Bartlett go deep. Also, she hasn't really done that all game.
Yeah, she's primarily been functioning from behind the disc, but with a strong group of throwers out there with her, she had some freedom. Took off, took an opportunistic look at the end zone, and we've got a 12-4 score.
Maybe? Does that sound right to you?
Something like that.
Okay.
Certainly not 13
Not
yet.
13 yet. No, that we can rule that out.
A timely hold for your
Debugging things, in the best of times isn't great, but debugging things when it's cold and raining, that's...
Folks, I'm going to have to extend my sincerest apologies. At no point this evening have I figured out how to pronounce number 4 from UNC's last name. It's been told to me before, and I confess that I still don't know how to do it. Worthington on the pull. Drives it 55, 60 yards down the field. Got Meisner centering to Sway with some O-line action here. Bartlett, good pressure on the under to Worth.
Oh, what a grab.
And a stray under
Just
from Sway. Gives State 25, maybe 20 yards to go. Bartlett, Worthington. Looking for Bartlett, pressured by Worth.
Pressure from Worth.
Maybe a little contact, but no complaint from Bartlett, and we're going back the other way. Worth, a high elevator lefty to Bridget Meisner. 10 yards to go. Meisner inside to Van Horn. Back to Brooks. UNC in their end zone action. Brooks to Meisner, one pass to go. And Worth bowls for the cone on the open side
There we have it.
for the game winner. Carolina 13, NC State 4. That is the front end of our doubleheader tonight. In 25-ish minutes, we'll see another NC State matchup on the men's side. 1 year ago, on this field, NC State took down then undefeated UNC. We'll see if we can get a
Quite the
similar
night.
result tonight.
Anybody need me? I'm going to my car. To the next game, right?
Right.
7:30?
I think I was told 7:45. Let's maybe we can move that up a little bit. What? I have not run. This is unreal. Just freaking unreal. This is, it's coming. All right, I'm gonna do the credits. There we go. Got the right name of the event. That's. Wait, did I spell it with two? Okay, wait. No, wait. Oh, okay. Actually, I know that's just a typo. I actually, no, seriously, I know that. I mean, it doesn't even look right. All right, now though, I think, yeah, with one N. Boom. The least of my problems. Oh my lord. Okay. All right, I got a few things. I'm gonna terminate this game as quickly as possible and go on to the next series of problems. Okay, there we go. Bang. Bang. Final. Boom. Overview.